Hello everyone. Venturous Blackheart. Uh, I was gonna say back for something, but no, I forgot I'm starting a new game. Today we are playing My Life with a Goblin Girl. A visual novel of, well, you live with a goblin. Uh, I actually looked like quick at the description. It looked interesting, so that's why I said, why not? Doesn't look too bad or lewd. So let's go. But look at her. She looks, wow. She looks nice. Ooh. Okay, starting off. I like the music. And winter. I'm okay with winter, except when it's like hella cold. And here it gets cold. Well, fortunately, here I'm actually about to start summer, so yay! Winter afternoon. The street light, which barely lit up the snow-piled street, seemed like it was living its last day. But even considering its age and lack of any kind of maintenance, it proudly stood where it needed to and helped pedestrians to not stumble and fall to the ground. Pedestrian? Oh, damn it! Well, the range of it, the light bulb, still left much to be desired. So people are still falling their asses, even though there's some light. Alright, that would probably be me. There was like eyes that you can't see. After another work shift, Anton headed home, walking by this very street, smoking cigarettes of some brand maybe not even known about outside of his hometown. Brand while listening to music using some cheap and burned-in headphones. How would it work if it's burnt in? They played out lyrics of Robert Hovitch's song, which were well known by all his compatriots. Alright, I forgot to say, I think this game is German because I didn't. But when I first launched it, they were in a language I could not understand. I think it's German. I cannot remember properly. Yeah, that's why those very. Yeah, I think it's German. May or could be Russian. I don't know. I don't know either of those languages. Okay. Changes. We are waiting for changes. I can't think of how that would go, honestly. Nor do I know if that's an actual band or anything. On one hand, I really want to change something, maybe even start my life over. But on the other hand, it's too late to change anything, and all that is left is still continue to live in the same schedule that you already formed. That's not true. If you want to change, you can change. You just gotta put the effort on it. It's not always easy, and most of the time it costs money. But with a better effort, you can make a change. Whether for the better or the worse, you never know until you try. Anton held a shopping bag in his right hand. It contained all the necessary things. A pack of noodles, a discounted small piece of cheese, several packs of cigarettes, and I have a loaf of bread. The cigarettes are not essential. You could have bought a lot more food if you had probably bought less cigarettes. So cold. Even if the cold got through his speed up worn jacket, the thought of a cup of hot tea and some mac and cheese warmed his soul. Oh yeah, mac and cheese. Who doesn't love a good mac and cheese? What else does an ordinary worker even need after his hard day of work? Tasty food and a good rest. I'm with you there. And tomorrow you need to go to work again. And eat again. Well, if you don't eat, you die. Of course, you're gonna just keep on eating every day. In between sleeping, working, and eating, Anton often spent his time on the internet. Nothing unusual, just like with all the other people, some scrolling through the feeds and going to sleep, maybe watching some YouTube and some off-brand maybe. And here's apartment block. I mean, it's missing the apartment block. Maybe that would have sounded better. Probably better in translation, probably. All the shabby walls were decorated with courier jobs, offering something I'm not gonna say out loud because I don't know if the TVs will allow it. Phone numbers and countless amount of swear words. Oh, that's something new. Sounds like some poet decided to leave his mark on the wall using some F words, just like all the others. Yeah, these are like everywhere about. Ah. Damn vandals! Anton mechanically pulled the key out of his pocket and put it in the intercom. The speaker monotonously beeped and the magnetic door opened. But even the door wasn't an obstacle to the local artists. They decided that they would not stop on just the outside walls. Anton just skipped some stairs, walking to the third floor, not making a big deal of the art. Skipping an entire step of stairs in just 2 or even 1.5 steps is an achievement to a 20-year-old guy could be proud of. Yeah, I really need to stop smoking. Anton muttered to himself. Out of breath, even walking up the stairs to the third floor can be a real challenge for a smoker. No, I don't smoke. But still his goal was reached. Lifting his tired eyes on the door, he noticed that the door doesn't need to be opened anymore. A pretty sturdy wooden door just opened by itself. But doors can't just open by themselves. Anton's heart was beating even faster after climbing the stairs. The first thing that came to his mind, someone broke through the door and already stole everything they could. Yeah, and also everything they couldn't. It's like I have anything worth stealing. Well, they could have stolen my computer. Oh god, no. An old TV and a kettle? That's just foolish. You'd be surprised what kind of bullshit people could steal, actually. Suddenly, Anton thought of what he did in the morning. He left his home in a hurry because he overslept and didn't want to be late for work. "Oh, I forgot you closed the door." But realizing his own fault still didn't calm him down, because an open door is still a treasure trove for thieves. Something, excuse me, something really could have been stolen. Carefully, he stepped into his own apartment. Ah! My eyes! Anton put his wet boots on a towel which was specifically placed in the corner for that purpose only, and began looking through his apartment. There wasn't a lot of things to steal, so without even turning the lights, he rushed to check the things that was the most valuable for him: his personal computer. Luckily, his old friend still stood where it had been, on the floor, just so that you could turn it on with your right foot thumb. Who turns the computer with their foot thumb? What? Okay, leave that in the comments. Does anybody do that? Does anyone turn their computer with their foot thumb? You could just lean down just a tiny bit and press the button with your hand, which is more hygienic, especially if you just got from work. That feels must smell like hell. Exhaling with relief, Anton mechanically did so, and after a few seconds, his old square monitor turned on. But still, his words still didn't go away, so the next thing he did was check his TV that was in the same room. Uh, it stood where it had to be, too, carefully covered with an open work napkin. Even if Anton turned in on once a year on 31st of December, he still didn't want to lose it. The next, wait, only once a year? I don't watch much TV myself, but if every once in a while I do turn on the just like watch any random crap that may be. That's entertaining, that is, like a movie or some series. The next place he checked was the kitchen. Ah, too bright. Everything was still there, just as it should. The fridge, electronic kettle, and that's basically it. I don't think that anyone would even think to steal the dishes, and after them, there's nothing more valuable to steal. Some people would steal the dishes, depending on the neighborhood. But then he remembered one last thing. Damn, my documents! Anton rushed back into the room to check his documents, but suddenly stopped in the doorway. Okay, they're not saying anything about horror. That looks creepy. His heart started to beat even faster than before. From a bunch of things that fell out of the cupboard, there was two bright, like rubies, ruby eye looking at him. He lost his balance from fright and landed on the floor, slamming his spot on the damaged linoleum. Oh man, like imagine how much I would have, especially if he landed on the table. Oh damn! Suddenly, the pile of stuff started to move and also grew in size. rubbing his eyes either to wake up or to unsee this hallucination. He couldn't make a single sound. Only one thing was clear to him. It's that something is looking at him, and it would be dumb to just sit there and wait for his death. Ah! What's up with the bright lights? Ah! Mastering his will, Anton jumped up off the floor and reached for the light switch. The intruder was needed to be seen. Ah! Don't shoot! A squeaky voice was heard from the ominous pile of things. I made a squeaky just for the heck of it. I didn't know it would actually be squeaky. Mainly because of the what it looked on the title screen, but okay, hello. Just when his eyes accustomed to the yellowish light, a completely different picture emerged before him. In that ominous pile of stuff sat a green, human-like creature squinting from the light. By primary examination, the creature was female, you don't say. That's super true. So is that like the first thing he looks at, the boobas? There was sharp black claws on the tip of her fingers, a pair of long ears, and her hair was black as skull, which was sloppily collected into 2 ponytails. What? Anton could only say one word. I say, don't shoot! I didn't steal anything! Shocked, the guy was just standing there, only putting his hand away from the light switch. Shoot? From what? Yeah, seriously, it's not like he was carrying any weapons of any kind. And she's cute, I'm not gonna lie, she is hella cute. No, it's mad right now. I would also just like stand there cluelessly looking at her. And she's like, what? What? Who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, Uncertainly, she began to speak. What's in your old house? And then boom, bam, pew! And here I am, in your house. Oh, great sage! The old house, the new house. Boom, bang, the great sage. Stop messing around! I'm telling the truth! I cannot make good female voices. She suddenly jumped up from the pile and stood in her full height. It seemed that her full height was like 4 feet at best. Ooh, nice. She was wearing some kind of rag instead of clothes, which was already pretty worn out by time or even long adventures. Really? Damn it. He suddenly saw the full picture together. It wasn't a human in front of him. Well, looks like, but still isn't. Green skin, small height, sharp claws and long ears. Goblin? Well, yeah, everyone knows what a goblin is. most of them do not depict them like this, and I do love this. Anton wasn't a big fantasy fan, but still read some books and watched a small bunch of films throughout his life. Probably nothing remotely close to this. Because of that, he knew that those creatures was created by someone, somewhere, even if their description wasn't exactly that. If there were goblins, so I hope they're like this. So yeah, please. But seeing a fantasy creature in real life that's personally visited your house, that's just crazy! Yes, just as suspected from the Great Sage. You instantly knew who I was. Suddenly she started chattering. My name is... oh god, I'm gonna butcher this. She has been a fear Hannah. I'm terribly sorry that I was prowling through your old house, but it looked abandoned and was getting ready to just break down. But you know, I never thought I will see a living human. I thought your kind was entirely gone. Wait, what? I can say the same thing. And what do you mean by entirely gone? It means that you all died. It can't be. Here I am, alive and well. And so I was surprised. Anton was holding his head. What is even happening? A real living goblin just appeared in his apartment from nowhere and is also telling him that all the humankind is dead. He pinches himself really hard on the arm to check if he isn't sleeping. The pain was pretty real, so there was at least some kind of clearance about this situation. Wait, where did you even come from? What do you want from me? As I said, boom, Batman, I'm here! Her sharp claw was pointing towards an old Soviet cardboard, from where this pile of clothes fell out. So you're trying to say that you came in here through that cupboard? She nodded. And she began chatting again. And I also saw you using magic. What kind of freaking magic? Well, the magical one. What a madhouse. The face palm is so pretty hard. He sighed and tiredly went to the kitchen. Maybe this isn't a dream after all. Maybe I'm just so tired that I started hallucinating. The green guest followed the Great Sage. What are you mumbling? I'm saying that you're just a glitch in the Matrix. I'm just gonna eat, get some good sleep, and everything will come back to normal. Glitch in the Matrix? Well, I mean that you're not real. What? But I'm here! Right, here I am, I mean. Yeah, and those like you that doesn't exist. What do you mean, like me? You know, like green and with red eyes. Goblins, I mean. They exist, she answered angrily. It's the humans that doesn't exist. Oh yeah? Then have a look outside. From the window you could see a small snow pile slide, from which some kids were sliding down, sitting on top of a cardboard pieces. And what is that? A bunch of goblins in armor that doesn't fit? It's children. Human children. The guest couldn't believe what she heard. How can that be? I lived through 25 turns and any human. Seen any. And there is one, two. Even. One even. She can't count? Seems like she doesn't quite get along with counting. That's adorable. A lot, I mean. That's what I'm saying. Something doesn't add up, glitch. I'm not a glitch. Here, see for yourself. She puts his hand on her face, for which both of them blushed. At least it was the face and not somewhere else. God damn it. But indeed, her skin was warm and felt pretty real. Not that Anton would know how real skin would feel. Well, yeah. The magical gas puffed up her cheeks again, and Anton couldn't gather his thoughts up. He feels like he should say something, but didn't know what to say. It all seemed pretty real, but on the other hand, this just can't be real. After shaking and slapping his face, he tried to gather up his thoughts. Sit down. He pointed he pointed to one of the kitchen chairs that was standing near the table. You need to explain me everything more clearly. Oh, look at that! Okay, she looks great. I don't know that. I like how she looks. The guest nodded and sat on the chair while Anton began preparing tea. But now for two of them. Do you drink tea with sugar? Tea? Here. He brought the tea bag to her face, holding it by the little string. Tea. I don't know what this is. So I'm gonna make it the same as to myself. And while I do it, you explain everything. Ah, yes. The guest shied a little, but then began telling her story. Oh my god! Is this like how she would draw it? Like, she's got like napkins, just drawing and telling us, oh, this is adorable. She's like so childlike. I love it. It became clear that she was walking in a forest where she stumbled on some old broken down shack. Hoping that she still could find something valuable, she went inside and found a bunch of ancient book, pages of which would turn to dust from even a small touch. No one owned this much books. I mean, this many books, except of magicians and sages. So she concluded that either one of them was living in this house, or died in that house. Who knows? Fumbling through all the old things, she found something that still wasn't rusty or crumbling and looked valuable. So I grabbed this shiny thing and it started to shine even harder. Wait, so it was already glowing. Who touches something that's emits its own natural glow when it shouldn't? Like, metal doesn't do that unless it's bioluminescent, discovered by bioluminescent paint or something like that. Which is, it still would not glow that much. And so I was in this old house, and then I instantly appeared here. A very bizarre story, as if it was took straight out of some kind of fantasy novel or something. Like, taken, not took. So, you mean that thing took you from your world to mine? Sounds fantastic, that's for sure, but I still believe you. Really? Well, of course, you're goblins. Goblins don't exist in the human world. Well, not that we know of. We tend to make sure of that. Oh, I forgot that you're a sage. You probably know all of the truth anyway, yes? I'm not a sage. Why do you even think so? And what about that glowing box? What about the fact that it's night outside but still bright in your home? It's magic! It's not magic. It's electronics. I mean electricity. And that box, it's a computer also. It's bright because I have a light bulb. I don't know what it is, so it means it's magic. It's electricity. Hello, City? Hello, City? It is. Anton wanted to explain how circuits and light bulbs work, but almost instantly realized that he doesn't know anything about it himself. Okay, look, this is the light switch. He pressed on 2 times, and the light turned off and on again. Now you try. But I'm not a magician. Just try! The guests listened to the exhausted and almost yelling sage and went up to the switch. Like that? The light blinked again. She seemed in surprise. Oh, what a miracle! See, it's not magic. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Do you know how much gold coins would this thing cost? The troll vendor from Burnwood would give me 1, 2, 5 red gold coins for it. Yeah, she can't count at all. Very amusing, muttered Anton while he poured water into the pot to prepare some noodles. Just as he went away from the sink, the green figure jumped in and tried to turn on the water. And water too. Yeah, this isn't magic too. Water goes through pipes. Wow! You could see that she didn't understand a single thing, but she was still surprised just from looking at her face. So don't you call me Sage, Glitch. My name is Anton. And I'm not a glitch. My name is... Chihasabina Firhana. So I can choose to butcher it or actually say it right. Oh my god. I'm gonna say it right, hopefully. Correct, I'm not a glitch. Your name is kind of long. It's very uncomfortable to pronounce. Yes, it is. Anton just decided to go with the flow, as if talking with a small green creature became pretty normal to him. How is that normal? Can I call you... He looked all over the kitchen to find at least some kind of a hint. But then his eyes fell on a small plant on the window. Hibiscus. Gibi. I'll say Gibi. What? Can I call you Gibi? But this name is so short. And what's wrong with that? Small names are for the weak. Oh, that's how it is. Yes, my dad was the strongest, so of the strongest of all. Let me start. Yes, my dad was the strongest of all in our village. His name is... oh god, this is so horrendous. Shahipur with near heaven. My god, I sound so stupid just saying it. Dude, that's one mouthful of a name. Holy mother of God. Oh no, my mother was pretty weak. Her name was... Shahara. At least that name is somewhat easy to pronounce. So I can just shorten my name like that. If someone hears it, they will laugh at me. We humans don't really care about that. Our names aren't actually that long and they don't mean anything. So since you got in the human society, you need to play by our rules. Okay. But if you see other goblins, don't call me that. Alright, Gibby. Nice to meet you, Anton. The noodles are ready. The cheese melted and turned into a viscous substance, and Gibby quietly sat on the chair, looking curiously at the apartment's owner's action. Are you hungry? The guest nodded, her head so hard that she almost hit her nose on that table. Oh my god, who nods like that? After receiving her confirmation, Anton put 2 plates on the table and quickly filled them with mac and cheese. Here, this is for you. Wow, what is this? You don't that in your world? I mean, you don't have that in your world? It's called macaroni and cheese. I heard about cheese. Only moneybags eat that in our world. But I've never seen this macaroni. Gibby began eating food that was offered to her. Enjoy your meal. Before Anton could even sit, the guest had already eaten 1/3 of her meal. Holy hell! She's faster than me! After a heavy dinner, it began to feel sleepy. Well, yeah, of course, the day wasn't easy itself, but there was also her. Anton looked appreciative on Gibby that was sitting beside him. I'm too lazy to even think. I know that feeling. He then grabbed the empty plate and put them near the sink, closely to the other plates that were left for later. I'm going to sleep. Just put all the stuff back in the cupboard when you leave. But I... Without even listening to her answer, Anton went into the bedroom, taking his clothes off on the way there. Oh my gosh, he got an iPhone when. Oh. Just as his face hits the pillow, he conscious left his body and he fell asleep. And this is a good place to leave it. Oh man, okay, I like it. I find it adorable. I love it actually. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I hope you like that video. If you did, hit that like, that subscribe, and that bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I am Venturous Blackheart, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye!